I didn't realise I was going to spend such a lot of time convincing councillors that we should make a sensible budget this year. So a rise this year will just be built on, and just like the debt which has grown steadily like a cancer across this city for a long time. I also inherited a returned cast of councillors, quite a lot of them in fact not particularly financially literate, and with a severe aversion to making difficult and unpopular choices. COVID didn't create the mess we're in, and nor did I. It was a consistent, irresponsible habit of living beyond their means. There's a song which some of my councillors, including the former Minister of Transport himself here, called "Everyone Wants to Go to Heaven, but No One Wants to Die." That's what this consultation's about. Hello, they've all come back in again. It's called competition. This organisation itself right here is in very expensive offices, so expensive that Vodafone left. I expect that we will be out of here within the next 2 or 3 years and moving into the more utilitarian building in which the council is, in which there's a fair bit of space and we can cram in more. Personally, I'd have them in Nissan huts in Huntly, but that's a bit hush. I failed to get the museum to realise that the wisdom of charging $5 a head for adults and free for children would get rid of their problems instantly, but they couldn't quite manage to face that. There will be changes there. Our capacity to borrow isn't the issue, it's our capacity to pay it back. Many people have learnt that in their own homes in the last year. And we are going to finish that city rail link one way or another, and we're going to have to eat some dead rats of some increased costs on that because it's quite a good project, but it was set up very poorly, too much Wellington influence and not enough business input. Did you realise we spent $76,000 on walking tours at AT, and the number of people who took those walking tours was 52? I said we'd offered $1,000 to everybody for a walking tour, we might have got more than 52 actually, but I want them to do less speed bumps above the ground and fix some of the negative speed bumps, commonly known as potholes. We now have a cone number to ring up and complain about, and we are working to actually charge people to occupy our space just to park their bloody utes. I figured there was going to be problems with the council. I didn't realise they'd be quite so bad financially, but I said I didn't know what was going on. I'm not stupid. I've been critical of the pompously known heart of the city, which should be much better called the Auckland CBD Business Association, who didn't spend enough on that. But we did find that they'd spent more than $2 million. That's the matched funding. Council managed to... Well, you had your right of reply and nobody believed you, unfortunately, but AT managed to refurbish these premises at a cost of $11 million and spend $6 million a year on the annual lease. We will enjoy it now because the culture of extravagance and wasteful spending that led to the budget hole of $325 million has come to an end. We could house the entire AT workforce in council-owned buildings, and I expect that they were there before I finish. So if you're the last to leave, turn the lights off. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here, and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.